I'm going to double tap here and you can see the value, and I'm changing the value from here and you can see the updated value after 1 second. So this is the Excel communication. If I want to make it 0, I'm going to make it 99 and hit enter. The value will be updated to the HMI and the PLC also. If I am changing it to 0 and enter, the motor will be off automatically. That is the Excel communication. And here on the runtime, you can see the speed will be updating over here, and I'm going to insert the M0.0, and you can see that it is 1, and by clicking it is 0, and by changing the speed you can see 44. I'm hitting and enter. You can see it is 44, and if you want to change from here, I'm going to change it as 68 and hit enter. You can see the 68 will be updated. Hello all, today we are going to learn how to connect the TAA portal simulation with the Excel and also with the HMI. So I'm going to the PLC tags first to show all tags, and I'm going to add a new tag that will be tag 3. I'm already using the M0.0 and Q0.0 tag, 2 tags. One will be the memory and another one will be the actual output. And I'm using an integer tag that will be MW2. So MW2 is my integer tag, and these are two my Boolean tags. So I'm going to create an HMI screen over here. So I'm going to create an HMI screen right here, and you can see the schematic comfort panel. I'm using a 9-inch panel. And hit OK. And first thing is to connect with the PLC. So I'm just connecting the PLC 1 and hit enter, and that will be connected to the Ethernet. And just I'm clicking the finish button. Now just configure my root screen for the HMI, and I'm going to run my PLC program. So going to the main block, and I'm going to start the simulation first. And by starting the simulation, you can see you have to check this for PLC, SIM, TCP or IP to be sure for the future configuration with the Excel. So you can see the PN or IE, the Profinet or Industrial Ethernet you have to select, and the PLC simulation I'm using. If you are not using the simulation, you can use the other interfacing cards, the drivers also. So I'm going to load my PLC program. And I have to load it. So that has been loaded, and have to go to the check whether it is PLC SIM and to go for the monitoring mode this time. And now we are actually on the monitoring mode. You can see on the orange screen, that will be how we are on the monitoring screen. If you want to run this, you can go for the run, and you can see you can make this M0.0 on and off. This is the on and off control, and I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to create my HMI screen right now. Go to the root screen from here. I'm going to the root screen. This is my HMI screen, and I'm going to use one switch and a light and a slider also. So this is my switch. I'm using switch for starting the motor. So, and this will be my motor that will be showing the on and off control, and this will be the slider that will be used for controlling the speed of the motor. So this will be the IO field for showing the speed. So these two are the digital inputs, M0.0 and Q0.0, and this will be showing the speed in the MW2 integer memory. So I'm using, go for the properties for the switch, and you can see on the general properties you have to use the PLC tag. So go to here and you go for the PLC tags, default tag table, and this will be the first boolean, that will be the M0.0, and you have to choose that tag 1 and hit OK. So this is my tag 1, and I'm going to configure my light. Go for the properties and go to the animations, and inside the animation you have to go to the dynamics, colors and flashing. You have to select this and go for the name, tag name. Inside the tag name, that will be Q0.0, that will be the light or the digital output I'm using for the motor. So during this time the range will be like this. You have to give the range from here for the tags to Q0.0. The on and off range will be 0 and 1. Have to double click and have to select the appropriate colors for the off and on conditions. I'm using the red for off condition and using the green for the on condition. So I just configure this on and off button for the light and the switch. The boolean control is okay, and I have to go to the properties of the slider, and inside the slider I can go for the properties. In the general you can see the process tag. The process tag is the thing that I am varying on the slider. So the tag 3, that will be integer. I'm just selecting in the default tag table and OK. And for the value display also, the tag will be the tag 3. The process tag will be the same tag to show the speed. So these are the two things that I am using, and I can go to the simulation for the checking whether it is the correct or not. Have to go and hit OK. And this is my HMI root screen, and you can see I'm going to double tap on the switch and the light should be on, and by changing the speed you can see the value will be changing. And let's check the simulation also to cross check whether it is working with the PLC or not. So this will be the MB0 and the MW2, that will be working. You can see on this picture, in this picture you can see when the switch is on, you can see the memory bit will be also on, and the switch is off, that will be gone, and the speed will be varying from here also. If I want to increase the speed, I am using the 38 speed and enter. You can see that will be HMI screen also, the speed will be changing. And I'm going to hit close this on, and I'm going to minimize this, and also I'm going to take the PLC program. And now we are going to the real configuration for the Excel communication. So first thing, I'm going to go for the net to PLC sim software. So go for the net to PLC sim. Net to PLC sim, I'm going to right click, select it and right click, and have to run this thing as an administrator and hit yes. And during the first time use, I'm going to add a new user. PLC1 will be the name, and the network IP address I'm going to click here, and this will be default. This will be my network ID for the PC. I'm just going to copy this, Control C, just copy this network IP address, and the PLC sim IP address I have to choose by here. That will be by default 192.168.0.1 by default, and hit OK. And have to start my server right here. Finish. So just start my server for the PLC sim. And next thing, I'm going to the CAP server. The CAP server is the OPC server I'm using for fetching the OPC details or the OPC data from the PLC, and to share with any other softwares like Excel, Microsoft Access and extra. So this is my CAP server configuration. I'm going to show you how it can be configured. First, I'm going to the file. After loading this CAP server, you can go to the files, because CAP server took some time for loading, and create a new project, and yes, an update I have to give. I can update in the online mode. So first thing, I'm going to add a channel. First thing is that to create a channel. To select this channel, I can go for the S type S, and you can see the Siemens TCP or IP Ethernet. I have to select the Siemens TCP or IP Ethernet and hit next. And the name I'm going to add the channel 1 and hit next, and the network adapter I can choose the default. Next, everything will be next. Don't have to change anything, and just finish this. So channel 1 has been created, and I have to go for the creation of the device. First I have to use a device. The name will be, the device name will be, I'm just using the PLC. PLC will be my device, and hit next. And I'm going to use the S7300 server, and this is my model S7300, and I can choose various devices. I'm using the S7300 model, and next. And the IP address I have to select the same from here. You can see PLC net to SIM. It is using the 168.254.36.133. This is my IP address of the network address. They have to give the same. Control V. I just copied and pasted it. Same here. Okay, and have to see it next, and next, 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 everything next, and I'm going to finish this. So I just created the device also, and I'm going to give the or create the tags here. So the first tag will be the digital or the on-off motor on-off. So this is my name of the tag, and the address that I am using in the TAA portal, which is M0.0 for the turning on and off the motor, that will be Q0. So I am using the M0.0 here, M0.0 here, and hit OK. So that's fine, that's clear. Let's just created a new tag, and I'm going to add another tag that will be speed control. Speed control, and this will be, the tag will be MW2. I'm using the MW2 for the speed control. You can see in the PLC tags. So this is my, I just created the third tag as an integer, that will be MW2. So I'm using the MW2 here also, MW2. That will be, the data type will be word. So I'm using word as a data type, and hit OK. First thing will be the Boolean, because it is M0.0, it's an on-off control, so that's why it's Boolean. And we just created the channel 1 for PLC, and we can go for hit the run type for check the connection is correct or not. So just go to the quick client from here, and open the quick client, and you can go to the channel 1 PLC. Here you can see the word is 38 and the Boolean is 0 now. The channel quality is good. If you are not using this simulation net to sim, I'm going to stop this server. You can see the channel quality become bad. Okay, again I'm starting my server. You can see the channel quality is good, because this is the net to PLC sim. It's the one who creating the server for the Ethernet to create the server for the PLC simulation. So the channel quality is good. You can see the channel quality by changing the on and off control for the Boolean. Here also on, by changing on, you can see the Boolean will be 1, and by changing the value in the MW2, you can see 30 or 48 or 78 I'm using, and hit enter. You can see the 78 will be appeared here. So the channel quality is pretty good, and I'm going to close this, and I'm going to create one more channel for the Excel communication. So go to hit the connectivity and add a new channel, and I have to use a DDE communication channel, DDE. You can see DDE client I'm going to use, and hit next. The channel 2 I'm going to name it as the Excel, EXCEL for the Excel. First one will be the PLC, and second one will be the Excel. So hit next, next, next. Everything will be next. I just created an Excel channel, and I have to go to the add a new device. Device I'm going to add will be also, the device name will be Excel, 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 and I can give any name. That's not important. And I just added an Excel. Then inside the Excel I have to add a new static tag. That will be first tag, tag 1 for the on-off control, that will be a Boolean tag. So address will be EXCEL. This address is important. You can see, I'm sorry, in the caps, EXCEL, and this line bar sheet 1 capital SH EET 1 and an exclamation mark R1 C1 row 1 column 1. On the first row and first column it is writing the on off control. Okay, so hit OK, and that could be read and write. And Excel sheet that has been created, the data type will not be double word, have to change it as a byte or a boolean. You can see the boolean over here, boolean, apply and OK. So I just created on off control for the Excel, and also I have to create the speed control for the Excel. So speed for the Excel, and I'm going to add new address here. That will be also sheet Excel EXCEL bar sheet 1 exclamation mark R1 C2 or row 1 column 2, and that will be a word. That will be word memory I'm using, and hit OK. So this will be word and this will be boolean. In the PLC itself, one will be boolean, second will be word. This is for the PLC and this is for the Excel communication. So we can check the quality by going to the Q client. So here you can see the Excel.xl. You can see that quality is pretty bad here. The speed control is bad. You can check during the runtime. Okay, I'm just closing this, and I'm going to link these two tags for the Excel communication. So that's why I'm going to the advanced tags, click a new advanced tag, and I'm going to link these two tags. I'm going to create a link from here and the input and the output. First thing, I'm going to make the input from the PLC to the Excel. So input will be, you can see from PLC the motor speed control boolean and apply, and the output will be go for the Excel motor speed control on and off and apply. So I just created the link one as PLC to Excel on off, PLC to Excel on off control. I just created the PLC to Excel on off control and apply and OK. So this is for writing the values from PLC to Excel, and I am going to create a new link for name as Excel to PLC on off, Excel to PLC on off control, and the input will be from Excel. So input will be from Excel on off, apply, and the output will be at the PLC boolean on off and apply and OK. So I just created two tags, and then I have to create the new link for the speed control. So the input will be from the PLC speed and apply, and the output will be the Excel speed. Okay, so the name will be PLC to Excel speed, PLC to Excel speed, and apply and OK. So again have to create a new link, that will be Excel to PLC speed, Excel to PLC speed. The input will be Excel speed and apply, and the output will be PLC speed and apply and OK. So we just created 4 links for the PLC speed and for the write and read control, and I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to check whether the condition is okay. So the string, the quality is very good, and you can see this is my advanced tags. You can see the quality is very good for each of them, and I'm going to take the Excel sheet from here, EXCEL, and I'm going to open the Excel, and you can see this will be my Excel sheet, and I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to check whether the speed is happening over the simulation or not. So you can see these things. Here on the runtime, you can see the speed will be updating over here, and I'm going to insert the M0.0, and you can see it is 1, and by clicking it is 0, and by changing the speed you can see 44 I'm hitting and enter. You can see it is 44, and if you want to change from here, I'm going to change it as 68 and hit enter. You can see the 68 will be updated over here, and if you want to start the motor from here, I'm going to hit 1 and enter, and you can see the M0.0 will be on. So the simulation is working pretty good, and we can go for the PLC, and you can see the PLC section over here. So you can see all this stuff. I can go to the main program. We are on the main program right now, and you can see these things. The M0.0 will be on when the slider when the Excel is communicating. I'm hitting 0. You can see the PLC will be gone, and we can go to the HMI screen right here. I'm going to the HMI screen by enlarging it, and go to the HMI screen root screen from here, and I'm going to run the simulation. So I can control the HMI screen with the Excel and simultaneously also. So this is my HMI screen, and I'm going to minimize these things. So this will be my HMI screen. So I'm going to reduce the size of the Excel and increasing the size of the HMI screen, and you can see I can control the motor from the Excel also. Okay, I'm going to double tap here, and you can see the value, and I'm changing the value from here, and you can see the updated value after 1 second. So this is the Excel communication. If I want to make it 0, I'm going to make it 99 and hit enter. The value will be updating to the HMI and the PLC also. If I am changing it to 0 and enter, the motor will be off automatically. That is the Excel communication. And keep in mind, if you are not using the simulation, you don't have to do this step. Yeah, the net to PLC same. If you are not using the simulation, you have to avoid this. If you are using the simulation, you have to do it for sure, because otherwise that won't be working. So hope you understand this video, and thank you. Thanks for watching.